All right, 3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody, it's Rich, and welcome back to End of the Day Beer Review. And today we are looking at a hard cider. This is called the Dude's Rug, and actually, my wife picked this up for me because she knows that I loved everything Lebowski, right down to that little guy up there, which was a gift from Kevin, who's been on the channel, and I have always liked that thing, which is why it's up there. So this is an obvious reference to the Big Lebowski, and it says that this is produced and packaged by B Nektar in Ferndale, Michigan. And the ingredients are, well, it's basically hard cider. We'll get to the ingredients later. And it's coming in at 5.5% ABV. So, you know, I think this should be interesting. It's been a while since we looked at a cider on the channel. I'm hoping it's good because she did buy me a 4-pack of this. So if it's good, that's great. If it's not good, then, you know, try to foist it off on some guests or something like that. It's a joke, by the way. It pours like every other cider does. If anything, it's probably just a little bit more carbonated than I'm really used to. I'll tell you, you know, you can always tell the difference. And actually, you know what? I think I'm going to, you know, I hate to do this on camera, but there's a lot of shit floating in this. And I think I'm going to dump this and grab a different can and try this again. Now, I don't know if there's supposed to be this amount of floating material in there, but you know what? We'll see. If 2 cans have it, and I'll pour lighter. I hate wasting it like that, but you know what? I also hate drinking the crap on the bottom of the can a lot of times. So let's try this one again. And this time we will pour a little gentler, and we'll see. No, it looks like there's probably... No, there's still stuff, and that's even after rinsing the glass again. I have to be honest, it smells great. I'm going to try it. Fuck it. Maybe we got a bad batch, or maybe this is exactly what it's supposed to be like. It doesn't look like there's as much, but you know, maybe that's just part of the whole, you know, chai tea aspect of this. It smells like an apple pie. You're getting cinnamon, you're getting that sort of allspice flavor that's there in a good apple pie. A lot of apple, and I have to tell you, you know what's overwhelming here? Nutmeg. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of nutmeg. It drinks like a fairly cinnamon heavy apple pie. It's really, really nice. I'm starting to wonder, because I see like a little bit of like a little flake of brown. I'm wondering if that's not just cinnamon in there. That is a beautifully layered cider. There's the initial sweetness of the cider itself, so you get hit with like this apple bomb, and after you swallow it, on the back of the tongue, there's this just nice sort of sweet cinnamony flavor with a mixture of nutmeg, and I actually have to say the nutmeg sort of overpowers the cinnamon. Yeah, I think this is part of the tea stuff that they put in here that's making it so flavorful. So, you know, like, I guess I did waste that first can. You know, that sucks. Oh my God, that's so nice. So let's see what else they have on the can for this. This is pretty good. I don't know what she paid for it, but it was a 4-pack, and I doubt it would have been anything over, you know, let's say $16 or $20. Ingredients, water, okay, apple juice, sugar, clove, that was the other one, cardamom, allspice, cinnamon, peppercorns, ginger. Oh, there is a little bit of ginger there too. Black tea, coriander, nutmeg, vanilla. No, I didn't do too bad on there. Now it does say that it contains sulfites and it is gluten-free. Would I recommend the Dude's Rug hard cider with tea and chai spices? I have to say I would. I will say that that first pour was a little off-putting, and it may well just have been me and not the drink itself. Because normally when I pour a cider, I think of a cider as sort of like a little bit more clear. But this is a cloudier type of beverage. Not bad, just a little cloudy. And you can see some stuff floating in there. But I have to be honest with you, like even after rinsing the glass and pouring a fresh one, there's still some stuff in there. I think it's just sort of the tea spicing or the spices that they're adding to this. I really do. So would I purchase this again? I would. As far as a cider goes, you know, ciders are normally, at least for me, very sweet, very, you know, very much the apple or the pear that you're drinking. But that's the flavor. There's so many layers to this one that I have to tell you, you know, I almost feel like it's making me, you know, quote the Big Lebowski. There's layers upon layers here, man. Like, and there really is. I'm sure if I sat here with people drinking this and talking about it, we would probably be looking into a bunch of those other flavors. Like, I completely missed the coriander in this. I just don't taste it. But the nutmeg really, really was there. And the ginger, I tasted it, but I just didn't identify it as ginger. And again, you know, there's just layers upon layers in this. Now, I will say this, at only 5% ABV, it does have a pretty good warming for the stomach. So, I mean, like, the alcohol is sort of forward. Not in the taste, but in the burn as you drink it. Would I buy this again? Yes. And more importantly, I would share this. And, you know, I'm sure I've had other stuff by B Nektar in here. And I think that it's also been quite good. So, I mean, I have to say, this is a pretty solid cider that I would not mind sharing out with friends, and I would definitely pick up again. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the review. If you have, hit that like button, maybe subscribe, and I will see you next time on End of the Day Beer Review. Cheers.